The word, independent of a vaccine, the word.
Yes.
When these people didn't know about the science of vaccines, the power of God was still healing them.
Yes.
When they didn't know about the science of face masks, the power of God was still healing them.
Yes.
And he did not say that now that they have the science, that the spiritual aspect of it is rendered inert. No, the power of God will deliver you in the midst of whatever crisis. Do or not do, who is swayed by what a crowd may say or not say. No. Your reward, if you're a doctor or whoever, or a politician or whatever, your reward is with the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Not with people.
And
not
he says,
with man.
behold, I come.
Yeah.
And my reward is with
me.
His reward is with him.
Yeah.
And he cometh.
Yes.
And there's a day
yes.
when we shall stand before him.
Yes.
I like what he says in Matthew here. In Matthew 24. I didn't want to turn there.
Okay.
He says that blessed is the man whom when his master shall come, he shall find so doing.
That was verse.
Verse what? Matthew chapter
24.
24.
Yeah, verse 46.
Yeah, verse 46. Blessed is the servant whom his master finds so doing when he comes.
Yes.
That blessed is that man.
Yes.
You see, let me not go there. I feel like they have had the point.
Yeah.
That you medics that are there, you're not there because of just your papers. You're there because the Lord put you in that place. And one day, you that are born again, one day, you are going to stand before him and give accountability.
Correct.
And it's important that when you hear us today, that you know certain things you should not be quiet about. Don't fear to lose your life. You know, the scripture says you would rather fall in the hands of God than fall in the hands of the wicked.
Exactly.
And then he also says that you should fear him who is able to destroy the body and the soul. Not him who can just touch the body.
That's why, in this hour,
yes,
a man of God over your life is an indispensable thing.
Hallelujah.
Because many people know the covering of a godfather. You know, they have somebody who speaks for them if the going gets tight and what. Let me tell you, there's a grace that can cover you when you're concerned that something evil, something bad may happen. But simply submitting to this grace covers you and shields you. You know, instead of playing politics to a boss or to somebody that you consider has influence, you know, it is indispensable. It is indispensable for you to have this sort of covering. You see, because it's just indispensable. The consequences of not having it are just too costly. I sympathize with some of you who are afraid. You see, but you know, if you understood who it is that covers you, you know, you would not be concerned. You would not be concerned. No. And you know, it's very important. I like that point you brought up. That it's very, very important for the believer today to know the kind of grace they have submitted under. Very important. Because Paul talks about it here in 1 Thessalonians. Yes.
You know where we're reading. Let me just read there.
Okay.
He says, but concerning the times and seasons, brethren, you have no need that anything be written to you.
Yes.
For you yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord comes as a thief in the night. Now Paul assumes that every believer knows. By now every believer should know that the day of the Lord cometh as a thief in the night. For when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction. That is the white horse.
Yes.
The white horse comes and then there's peace and everything and then immediately
sudden destruction.
a red horse is released, who takes away peace from the earth.
Yes.
Then there's sudden destruction, wars and what, and then people are killing each other. And then he says, sudden destruction comes upon them as birth pains upon a woman with child, and they will not escape. But you, brethren,
Yes.
he keeps referring to them, and then he says to you. For you, you don't need anyone to tell you about
What
the
is
times
happening?
and the seasons. Because by now you know
You know.
that the day of the Lord comes as a thief in the night. And then he says, for them it shall be destruction.
Yes.
In other words, Paul acknowledges that by this time the church will not be around.
Okay.
When he says there, it shall be destruction, swift destruction, sudden destruction. And he says, but for you, hallelujah.
You are not.
But you, brethren, are not in darkness, so that the day should overtake you as a thief.
Amen.
You're not ignorant.
Amen.
When you begin to see things that are happening, you're not ignorant. You know that we are living in the times of the end. You know that there's a call, there's a voice saying, behold, the bridegroom cometh. You know. So the day will not overtake you.
There's a revelation of our Lord when he was before the judgment seat of Pilate. And Pilate looks to him, I don't know what tone of voice he would have said this, but it must have been to impress upon our Lord how powerful he was at that moment. Don't you know I can save you? My one can save you. He says, my friend,
you have no power.
you have no power except what God
has given you.
Can you imagine the power that would have to somebody who is working somewhere where before they were scared?
They are scared.
I might be fired. And I still have these loans. I still have what? You need
My
to
children
do
are still
young. What? He says, man, nobody has
Power.
You know, you can come into that revelation that nobody. You know,
The believer
when there's
is
sudden
actually-
destruction out there,
Yes.
you will not be in darkness.
The
That
believer
day will not overtake you
as a
like
thief in the night.
No,
Because you're not of the
your
night.
story will be different. You'll be there saying like Jesus, very confident. Meanwhile, that way
Glory to
there
God.
is nothing.
You have no power.
Nothing you can do. Nothing.
And the believer is in that place
Yes.
where you can stand confidently and say, by the way,
There's nothing.
you have no power over me,
Jesus, the Lord,
except that power that is given to you from above. If
The
it
Lord
has not
said-
been given to you, don't have it.
you know, the Lord said, I will give nations for nations. I will
Glory to
sacrifice.
God.
Yeah.
Glory to
Apostle,
God.
let's go this thing.
Let's close the car.
Yeah.
He says, therefore, let us not sleep as others do.
The sleeping thing is here.
The sleeping thing is here. He says, but let us watch and be sober. We will get back to that, I think, in the coming days.
Yes.
Then he says, those who sleep, sleep in the night. Those, hallelujah, yeah. And those who are drunken in the night, the night hour.
Yeah.
And he's not talking about shripe. He's not talking about alcohol. He's saying those that are drunken in the night hour. Those who sleep, sleep in the night hour.
Yes.
Once, like we shared, once they have gotten into this place of abundance, I like that scripture usually quote in Psalm, that when riches increase, do not set your heart upon them. It's the setting of your heart upon them that will cause you to be drunken.
Yes.
People are drunken on many things. People are drunken on, envelopes from politicians, high places. People are drunken on their positions. They're defending their positions. People are drunken on many things. So he says, those that are drunk in the night. But he says, let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and the helmet of hope, the hope of salvation.
Pause right there.
Yeah.
You said that, and I was reminded of a body of believers
Yes.
that the writer of Hebrews addresses himself to. He said that they willingly accepted the plundering. They were plundered in chapter 10.
Yes.
It says they were plundered. People came and took their things because they professed Christ Jesus. And he said they were not ashamed of it. Why? Because you see, the revelation of Christ can overtake you
Yes.
to the point where you do not feel deprived because you lost this or you lost that. Let me tell you,
Very important.
people have paid an awesome price for this gospel. People have paid an the people paid an awesome price. Let me tell you, the church of the last day will not be any different. And do not feel like you're being betrayed. What? I might lose my job. I might lose my you. If you lose your job, you will still have Jehovah.
They loved not their lives unto death.
My children have been in international school. How will I be able to sustain them? God has at least a million ways to keep your children. Yes, at least. When he just says, let me just change your kumpi, which I can do. He has at least a million ways.
Abraham leaves his father's land,
right?
His father's house.
Yes.
A place where he had an inheritance.
Yes.
And then walks, believing this God
that he will guide him.
That he will guide him to a land that he will show him.
Yes.
And the Lord comes out in chapter number 15 of Genesis and he says, I am your great exceeding reward.
I will give you. No. I am your great and exceeding reward.
What if I lose my job? He is your great and exceeding reward.
No. Do you know what it means to be jobless?
No. God sustained Abraham in a land where he lived as a stranger and a foreigner. He sustained him and Abraham became wealthy.
You think it's bad being a jobless? Wait when you become a puppet. When someone tells jump and you have to jump. And says sell out and you have to sell out. Let me tell you. Stand for what? 2 seconds. For 2 seconds. Stand as a man of God. As a woman. For 2 seconds.
Yes.
Even if those are the only 2 seconds you will have.
You'll have.
Stand as a man of God and say yes.
Than 2,000 years.
Yeah, than 2,000 as a sellout. No.
Let me conclude this.
Yes, sir.
Let me skip to verse number 12. He says, and we urge you, brethren, to know those that labor among you and are over you in the Lord. Amen. And admonish you.
Yes.
To esteem them very highly in love for their work's sake and live in peace among yourselves. That's the thing you said, that it's very important to know what anointing you're submitted under. Now, when Paul talks about some of the things that we should do in preparation for the second coming, he says, esteem the anointings that stand before you. Esteem the man of God that labors before you. Esteem that anointing. That is one of the ways you will be preserved. That is one of the ways you will not miss it. That is one of the ways that death will not come upon you as a thief in the night.
Glory to God. Well, our viewers, we know that you're benefiting from what we're sharing.
Yes.
We believe that this is sharpening you, preparing you. The trumpet that we read about, or the sounding that we read about in Matthew 25, that rouses people from sleep, is being sounded. It's being sounded, and we believe you are. Now, do not respond to what we are sharing in fear. You know, you may be fearful, you may have some concerns. Take them to the Lord. He is your best ally. It's not even just the knowledge of the scriptures, memorizing them. God shall be with her. He shall help her. And that right eye. God is your refuge.
Hallelujah.
God is your strength. A very present help in time of trouble. You see, though the mountains be removed and be cast in the midst of the sea, though the sea rouse, because of that, let me tell you, God is in the midst of you. And He will help you. He will help you. So from Apostle Eddie and myself, Pastor Jack, we pray that you have a glorious season in your life, reigning as the light, ruling and reigning on this earth as the Lord intended for you. We love you. God bless you. Bye-bye. In other words, the Thessalonians had an understanding
of the times.
Yes. Not because they had attended the seminar or which is the place to start. But you see, the seminar should stir up, things should not be. Jesus actually got upset with these guys. He says, you guys can look at the sky and say,
It's going to rain today.
Rain. It's a dry season. This wind comes, but it does not bring rain. He says, but now there are spiritual signs, and you can't see any of them.
Ignore them.
You're ignoring them. You see, revelation
Is the portion.
is the portion of every child of
Yes.
God.